There are many AI tools that let you chat with your large language models as well as your documents. However, there are many privacy concerns with data leaks and exploits, but don't worry, I have a solution for that. Today, I will be showcasing you a solution that lets you chat with your documents, whether that's PDFs, text files, HTML, and many other file types without any sort of privacy concern. But you may ask, why make another video on this? Well, this is because today I will be showcasing you a new solution that enables enterprise-grade security with your chatbot. How is this possible? Well, it's with the trustworthy tool that we've showcased multiple times on this channel called VectorShift. VectorShift is a no-code, low-code AI automation platform that enables you to build AI automations, search engines, AI assistants, chatbots, voice bots, and so much more. It enables you to easily build AI solutions with its drag and drop builder, which is why I will be using it to help you create this enterprise-grade secure chatbot. So with that thought, let's get straight into the video. Now, just to ease your mind with the security concerns you may have with VectorShift, it's a platform that will ensure secure document interaction with end-to-end encryption, where they store files in encrypted S3 buckets, and they enforce a zero data retention policy, where they have with models like OpenAI. They have a policy of no training on your data, where they don't utilize any of your documents or any of your chat history with any training purposes. They also have many of these different security certifications, which is definitely showcasing its robust protection and regulatory adherence. On top of this, there's a lot of security measures they also take into place, where they have role-based access control, they have regular audits, they have LM guardrails, and this is all to safeguard sensitive information. Your data remains confidential, uncompromised, and they never use it for AI training. So this is what you get with VectorShift, and which is why I'm making a video on it as to how you can chat with your documents with enterprise-grade privacy. So now that we have all that out of the way, let's get started and showcase how you can build this. What I want you guys to do is head over to the VectorShift website, which I'll leave a link to in the description below. Once you are here, click on the Get Started button, and this will prompt you to either create an account or log in. You can create an account with your email address, with a Google account, or even a GitHub account. Once you sign up or log in, you'll then be sent over to the main pipeline dashboard. This is where you can manage all your automations and all of your creations, whether that's voice bots, chat bots, or automations. You have a marketplace in which you can access ready-made templates to various sorts of automations, chatbots, and all of these different components which we've showcased many times on the channel. You have things like voice bots that you can create, forums where you have the ability to automate data entry. You have ability to create search engines, chatbots, automations, upload your files from various sorts of file types. You can create a portal in which you can access various sorts of these creations in one single place. And you also have bulk jobs where you can automate multiple tasks with multiple AI agents. And the best part is you can track all these things with these different metrics that VectorShift provides. But now what we're going to be doing is starting off by creating our own pipeline from scratch. That's by simply clicking on this addition sign on the left side panel and click on Create New Pipeline. This will prompt open another template sheet that you can access ready-made templates to various sorts of automations. For example, if you want to automate your Gmail, you can click on the Gmail category, which will help you with a template that you can easily clone and get started with. You have chatbot templates, productivity, finance and strategy, and so many more. But what we're going to be doing now is creating a pipeline from scratch. So simply click on this button, which will take us over to VectorShift's drag and drop builder. This is a simple drag and drop builder that will easily allow you to create various sorts of automations. So simply go ahead and place down an input node and output node, which is quite foundational for any workflow to be operational. Now from here, what you can do next is go over to the LM tab, and you can place down an OpenAI large language model node to process your queries with natural language. So this is where you can add whatever model of your choice. Next, you can head over to chat and then place down a chat memory. What a chat memory node is it's basically to store and retrieve chat memory from prior conversations with your chatbot. You can then head over to the knowledge base and then place down a knowledge base node, which is where you're going to be providing your OpenAI large language model node some context. So what you can do over here is go ahead and create a new knowledge base from scratch. You can name this anything you would want. I'm gonna just name it Chatbot Secure and then click on create. But you also have a lot of different embedding settings that you can enable, such as hybrid as well as advanced document analysis, where you can have LM document analysis for advanced Q&A. And this is where you're going to get better retrieval of your context, of your documents. You can then go ahead and click on create. And once you have done so, you can then start adding documents to your knowledge base, whether that's uploading files, adding integrations, scraping URLs, or even adding a full-on folder. Now, if you're going to be scraping any sort of URL, you can do this recursively, meaning that you can do this on a basis where it is going to frequently crawl the website on an hourly, daily, weekly, or even monthly basis. So I'm going to go ahead and add some documents to my knowledge base, and then we can head back to creating our flow. So I've created my knowledge base now, and I've also provided my OpenAI large language model node a system prompt where I told it to answer questions based on the context and use the history when relevant. And I've also went along and I added a couple of different prompt variables. Prompt variables are basically these connectors that are used to connect all of these different nodes together. To add a different node, you can simply go ahead and click on insert variable. You can then name it whatever you would want. So in this case, I already have everything configured. The question is going to be linked to this input node. It's also going to be processed through the knowledge base, and then it's going to be provided to the context, and the history is going to be then linked over to the history node. And then now we can have a response then configured to the output. So the flow is completed now, but what can we do to make this more of an enterprise solution where it is fully secure and fully private? Well, what you can do now is head over to the OpenAI large language model node and click on this setting tab. Once you are here, what you can enable is stream responses. You can also enable show sources, show confidence, and then you can enable toxic input filtration. What this basically means is that your LLM node will be able to, I would say, filter out any sort of toxic response, or it will also have the ability to detect PII, which is personal identifiable information. It means that there's going to be a barrier that will stop the OpenAI large language model node to process names, emails, phone numbers, SSN, as well as credit card numbers from your client or from your personal documents. After that is done, you can simply click on deploy changes and you're ready to go. You can start chatting with your documents by then clicking on export pipeline. You can then export this as a chatbot, so simply click on this. You can give this a name. I'm just name it something secured, and then click on creating chatbot. Now, this is the best part where you're going to get the chance to configure the styling of your chatbot. So you can add a logo, you can configure this to your needs, and then you can obviously then click on export. This is where you can open the chatbot as a link. You can also have it so that you can add SSO authentication and then protect it with a password. So you can enable these two for further protection. And then you can also embed this into a website, embed this to Slack, WhatsApp, as well as exporting the API. But now let's take a look at our chatbot. So let's start chatting with the documents that we had uploaded to our knowledge base. I simply uploaded a document that talks about my channel. So let's ask it about what World of AI is. What is World of AI? Let's send in this response, and you can see the response is then going to be generated within this chat interface. It's going to provide the source, which is from the Patreon link that I had provided, as well as the PDF. And what this basically means is that it is showing a high confidence in the response, meaning that it is confident in providing the right and correct answer based off what I had inquired. And also another cool feature is that you can filter the documents that you have uploaded so that you can chat with a particular type of document only. So if I really want to only chat with this PDF, I can simply enable and toggle certain documents that I want to chat with. And just to showcase how this would look with SSO authentication and with a password, you can add a password saying that it is only accessible with something that is called World of AI. So if I am to open this chatbot up it's gonna then ask me to authenticate to access chat. So I can just simply paste in the password, which is World of AI, and then click submit, and you can see that you can then access it. In the same manner, if I'm going to use the protect with SSO authentication, you can then share it with various sorts of users, and then you can have a different role, whether that's a runner, editor, or administrator. But that's essentially how you can chat with your documents with full-on privacy and with no sort of privacy concern. This is the capability that you get with VectorShift, and which is why I keep on making a lot of videos on this channel about it. Now, I have a lot of other videos that showcase a lot of the different things that I've done with VectorShift. So if you're interested in that, definitely take a look at that with the link in the description below. But with that thought, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video and you got some sort of value out of it. I'll leave all the links that I use in today's video in the description below. Make sure you take a look at the Patreon page so that you can access our private subscriptions to AI tools completely for free on a monthly basis. You also have the ability to access our private Discord, so definitely join that. Follow me on Twitter for free AI news. And lastly, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like this video, and check out our previous videos so that you can stay up to date with whatever is happening in the world of AI. But with that thought, guys, have an amazing day, spread positivity, and I'll see you guys fairly shortly. Peace out, fellas.